Hey guys, it's Lynn with Fidget DIYs. Thanks for clicking on my video. Today I have a bunch of crafts that I'd made with glass. I hope you enjoy. Connect with me on Instagram and Facebook. Now, let's fidget. This first one, I start out just showing y'all me preparing the graphic for this thing. This is the container I'm going to be messing with. I set that aside months ago, and I don't know, I figured I'd do something with it. I'm painting it with Waverly Snow White chalk paint, and I saw some tape at the bottom. I was like, oh, I did that. I did that literally a long time ago, so I wanted to see what kind of paint was underneath there. And so I'm peeling the tape back, and to my surprise, it was cashew, the same that was at the top. So now I've got this nifty paint job going. I touched up the edge of the white, along the edges, with some more cashew by Waverly. And here I'm just going to come in with some black by Apple Barrel and distress this thing. And I did it way too heavy, so I came in with some more of the Snow White and just kind of toned it down a little bit. And once that was all nice and dry, I came back through with the Cricut graphic and put that on as straight as I possibly could. And since the container is rounded, I did have to, you'll see it in a second, I had to cut a little slit so that it would lay flat and allow me to pull that transfer paper off of the graphic. And I don't think I show you guys me pulling the whole thing off because that is such a pain in the butt. But I show it to you. Yeah, here's the end of it. And yeah, that's me praying. It's like, oh, it worked. Thank you. And I covered the whole thing with some matte Mod Podge because this is going to sit on my desk, where I do all my stuff. And here it is on my desk in all of its wonderful glory. Turn your worries into prayers. It's a nice reminder for me daily, you don't have to worry about anything, not for real, because he's got it handled. Let me know what you think. Alright, for this one, I'm going to use some of these torsion springs, and yes, that's actually what they're called. I had to look it up, but that's what they're called. And I took those and flattened the end of them, the edge away from the spring, and I used some E6000 and some clips to apply it to this decorative plate that I have. And you can see there's an etched letter on there, so I want to cover that up. And to do that, I just come in with some more of the Waverly chalk paint. White, Snow White is what it's called. And here is some rice paper from the DIY Struggle. Brandy over there, she's awesome. Y'all should check her out. I put some matte Mod Podge down on that very edge and used some saran wrap to push that down into the Mod Podge so I can get rid of any wrinkles. And I Mod Podged it from the center outward. It just makes it so much better to keep the wrinkles from popping in there. And of course I sanded the edges and decided that the edges needed some decorative pearls as well. So I put 2 layers around the edge of these little fake pearls I have. And instead of twine or anything else, I decided to go with wire, and I just stuck that through the springs and twisted it shut. And I applied this dark blue bow and some more pearls. And let me know what you guys think of this one. I love it. It's literally on the wall by my bed because he's so cute. And you guys got to look at his face. He's so funny. I just love him. I just can't get over his face. Would y'all have left the bow off of this one? Let me know in the comments. Here I have a plate and a couple of chunky rocks that I found somewhere in town. I'm not sure, guys. Just get a couple rocks. And I applied the first rock to the bottom of the bowl with E6000 and hot glue. And I've got these pressed flowers that I got at Walmart. And I'm going to use matte Mod Podge to carefully place all of these dried flowers around the edge. And they were delicate, but not too bad. They're work withable, if that makes any sense. And, oh, I almost lost that leaf. I forgot about that. I put one final layer of the Mod Podge on there. And after that was dry, I came in with E6000 and hot glue and applied the next rock, and then right after that, the base. And after that, I'm going to take some of the thicker Walmart jute twine stuff and wrap the top of this thing. And I added a candle, and here it is. This is how I have it sitting currently. I love the flowers. They're so delicate looking and just nice. And then you can turn it upside down and do this with it. Let me know in the comments which way you guys would style this thing, or what you'd do different. Here I have an AT&T box lid that I've marked, and I'm going to cut it right along that mark. That box lid, it was probably better than some MDF, y'all. And, okay, here I've got the Dollar Tree pane of glass with a mermaid tail. It's just, yeah, I took that off. We're just going to use the glass and that frame that it came in. And here I'm cutting the edges, or the ends rather, up the end of this box. Y'all see what I'm doing, I hope because I can't explain it right, I don't think. And I wedged it back in there. I'm basically making the box smaller to fit under the frame. And I taped the end of that, I have words, guys. I taped the end of it with masking tape and painted it Snow White by Waverly. There, I finally said it. I have this piece of scrapbook paper that I marked off, and I'm just going to cut that out. And I wedge it into the box. I didn't have to do much with that. It fit like a glove. And I used some Scotch tape and put those lights where I wanted them to be. And I hot glued the battery pack to the side. Hot glued the backing on there. The box. The hanger was original to that frame. And I've got this Cricut design that I'm going to pull off, but I'm not going to show you all that because I'm still learning. And that would be, ridiculously boring. And here it is. It says, Jesus, he is faithful. And he truly is, y'all. He is. Here it is lit up. And I just love it. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Thanks for watching my video. Don't forget to like and share so we can try to grow the community. Thank you to all of my subscribers. I love you guys. See you next time.